Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this elevated soft glam look that is kind of perfect if you want to go a little bit softer for a night out or if you want to be a little bit more elevated for the daytime. I'm showing you all my favorite products, all my favorite techniques, but as always, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. I am just gonna jump right into it. Every time I start a makeup look, I personally like to start with eyes. So I'm starting off with this NARS concealer on my eyelids. This both conceals all the veins on my lid and it gets my eyes ready for any products I'm gonna put on them. Now I'm gonna set my eyelids with the lightest color in my Tarte lip palette. With my Morphe M573, I'm now going to take this neutral brown shade, which is clearly very well loved, and put that all the way through my crease, really focusing on the outer corner and then also going in right in here. I want this to be really soft and diffused glam, so I'm going to take that exact same shade on just a denser brush. This is a MAC 217, and I'm just going to continue to build up the outer corner. Now I'm going to line my eyes a little bit, but with eyeshadow, just to keep this look really soft and flirty and nice. So I'm going to be taking the shade Dreamer from this exact same palette, putting it just on the outer corner like this, and adding the slightest flick. Because this is just eyeshadow, it gives us a lot of room to play around with these little flicks. Really easy to customize and really easy to clean up with concealer, so if they're not perfect, that's completely fine. Now I'm just gonna go straight into my first coat of mascara. And today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Extensionist. I still am unsure how I feel about this, but it has been growing on me. We're going to be putting little lashes on the outer corner, so I'm going to focus a lot of my mascara application on just this inner corner. I find that if I'm putting lashes on and I do it too thick at the outer corner, it just looks really dark. It's just not the look I'm going for. That's where we're going to pause with the eyes for now, and then we're going to switch to face and we will come back and finish the eyes at the end. This might be semi-controversial to say, but I'm not sure how I feel about the Rogue Glazing Milk yet. I've been using it for a couple weeks and I like it, but I don't know if it's, for me personally, worth the hype that everybody's giving it. It's an amazing product, but I thought it was gonna like literally change my life. I'm going to start off with foundation. These NARS foundations are my favorite foundations of all time. You can use one pump and it performs like a skin tint, or you can use 2 to 3 pumps and get full-on glam, and that is exactly what I love out of a foundation. When I have a little bit of a tan going on, which I do right now, I have some self-tanner on, I like to mix Barcelona from the NARS Natural Radiant and Patagonia of the Light Reflecting. I'm going to start with Barcelona, pump on the back of my clean hands, and then I'm going to do a pump of Patagonia, taking the darker color slightly mixed in with the lighter. I apply to the perimeters of my face. Anywhere I would put bronzer is where I'm going to put the darker color. And then with the lighter shade, anywhere where I want it to be a little bit lighter. Taking my Amazon sponge, and I'm going to start working that in. I don't like to get too much underneath my eyes. I don't like a lot of product there. I have really fine lines, and for me, I get creasing really easily. So I try to avoid under my eyes. Take it up into the hairline. It just looks like really nice skin. Now I'm gonna contour my nose with my Merit Cream Bronzer in Scene. I only use this for contouring my nose. And take that up into where we put it, right up there. Straight into concealer to carve out that nose contour, and I'm going in with the Hourglass in Cedar. Just a little bit. Taking this flat brush that I am absolutely obsessed with, Morphe M224, and going to start carving out the nose. And then taking the leftover and going right under the eye. BK 101. Then for underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the sponge again because I want it to absorb any of the extra product. Then I'm going to take my Hourglass concealer brush and get in the smaller areas. Now I'm going to fix the front of my brows with this NYX brow pen, and I like to just draw in some hairs. Next, I'm going in with my favorite bronzer of all time, this Chanel Cream Bronzer in Le Beige. I have put all the women in my family onto this. It is one of my favorite gifts to give. It will last you for years. It's massive, and the color and formula is delicious. Blends out like a dream, doesn't look muddy on the face, extremely buildable. Just my favorite of all time. I don't like it when my cream bronzer is too pigmented. I don't like it when it looks like mud on my face. I like to be able to go in small layers and build it up. Probably one of the easiest makeup products that I have to work with. It's just so forgiving and great for everyday and for occasions. Now this might seem a little bit out of order because I haven't done blush yet, but now I'm going to set my face. And I do this because I want it to look completely blurry before I add in the blush that brings life back into my face, dewiness, luminosity. I find that this technique on my skin makes me look the most natural. I'm going to be going in with the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. I just recently got this. I like it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth the money. I've tried drugstore powders that are just as good, but I do like this product. Take some, diffuse it on the back of my hand, and start to work it in. Now I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I'm going to be using that same Wanderer and just popping it right underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with my second coat of mascara now and do a little bit of bottom mascara. I do this in this order because I find that the eyeshadow I put underneath my eyes wipes away any of the excess powder, and then if I get a little bit of mascara on my under eye, having that extra powder there is a lot more forgiving than having it just be a wet product. And now time for blush. I have been using just the Rare Beauty liquid blush in Hope for 3 years. My everyday blush, my going out blush. It is just my perfect shade on my skin. adds that glow and that life back that if we would have powdered after, we would have lost a lot of that glowiness. We're almost done, you guys. Now I'm going to add a little bit of my favorite product, the Benetint, the original color. This makes the biggest difference in my makeup. It's looking like you're wearing less makeup. I can't explain it. It just gives the cutest little like sunburnt, summery vibe. Add some more liner again. This is the NYX in Nude Truffle. Next, I'm going to do some highlighter. Clearly, I'm just a Rare Beauty girly. I love this highlighter in Accelerate. It gives the most beautiful glow from within. Take a little bit on this brush. And then with a little baby brush, I'll put some in the inner corner and underneath my eyebrow. Adding some freckles back to my face. Pretty much anywhere that I have actual freckles that kind of start to show through my makeup. And then I pop a few extra on my nose. Now for a step I don't normally do is adding on some little baby lashes on the ends. This makes the biggest difference. It makes you go from like, this is nice makeup to this is so cute. I seriously can't find the box. They look like little spiders in my hand, but they're the Ardell individual like trio clusters in the shortest length. Look at this eye versus this eye. Okay, now I'm just gonna finish up with my powder products and then we are all done. Some NARS Laguna bronzer. And then just the littlest bit of this Dior blush, the bubblegum pink one. Adding a little bit of a CoverGirl lip stain in Shuggy Girl. And then I'm going to finish off with my e.l.f. lip oil in Major Mauve. And this is the finished makeup look. Very girly, very glowy. I like big eyes, very pink cheeks, juicy lips, and just a nice clean looking base. It's really nothing crazy. It's just adding a few extra steps to my everyday makeup and just slightly more coverage. But I'm gonna go do my hair and then I will show you guys the finished look. This is the finished hair and makeup. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I love you guys so much. It means so much to me when you like and subscribe and support my channel. And comment down below and let me know what your favorite makeup product of all time is. I really want to know. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!